Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Words I Choose to Live By. So glad you all could be with us as we have another hopefully inspiring message for you guys. Welcome those tuning in on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. Going to connect with our friends over on Instagram as well. And then we're going to connect with our friends on Amazon Live too, so we can introduce our message. I'm joined today by Dr. Velma Bagby and Melissa Banks. And I'm excited about this message. And we're live now on Amazon Live for Words I Choose to Live By. We're in week number 12 this year is really flying by right now, and I'm so excited about today's message. If you guys are new to us on the Amazon side, welcome. And a type of welcome message for you guys. If you have not done so already, make sure you guys do hit that follow button so that way you can stay connected with all of our programming we have here on Amazon. And we just introduced a brand new show called The Art Spot, and I'm pleased to announce my co-hosts don't even know this yet. We debuted in the top 20 in
Oh,
Amazon's home
wow.
section, and we're still
Awesome.
there 4 days later
Wow,
with
that's
our Art
awesome.
Spot introduction. So that's all because of all of you. So again, thank you so much for it. Dr. Velma, Melissa, how are we doing today?
Doing great.
Good,
Congratulations on that. It was an
good.
amazing show.
Well,
That's
thank you for
awesome.
that. Thank you for that. Yeah, I was very surprised, but very thankful. And we have a very special show we're doing this week featuring a very popular talk show host. I'm going to be drawing live on the air, so I'm excited about that. But for
Wow,
today, for Word That
beautiful.
Is Live By, we are in week number 12, and the message is this: believe in yourself. Winning in life is not always about trying to come in first. It's about giving your best in everything that you do. Now, this is my mantra here. This is my message that I live by. I have never been a person who's been focused on being number one. I was just talking about the show being in the top 20. That to me is something I couldn't have expected. I definitely didn't think, oh, my show's going to be number one or one of the top five on a brand new show. But I think for me, I've always thought about just being my best, and I guess because growing up with the issues that I grew up with, but not always having the best self esteem, and I don't know if you guys know that I'm short, so there's all of that that comes with, sometimes being insecure. I never thought I would be like number one or top this or that, but I always tried to just be my best. And that is what I've tried to do in my life, personally and professionally. And that's what I've tried to encourage other people to realize that all of us can be the best. All of us can be number one at being the best of ourselves. And that to me is such an important thing. But enough from me, Dr. Vam, I want to ask you, how
Mhm.
has it helped you to believe in yourself in your life?
It wasn't easy in the beginning because when I started recognizing the fact that I was moving into a genre that was flooded, I remember looking at the numbers over 50,000 books written on the same subject I was about to release. It was really intimidating. And I wondered and even questioned whether or not I should even move forward when I saw those numbers. And many of these authors were very well known authors and had several books out. And I'm thinking, now what does the world want to hear from me, the person they don't know anything about? And so I had to believe in myself. And the one thing that I remember hearing were words of inspiration from my marketing teacher at the time. I was taking classes because I had to learn everything I needed to know moving into this literary world. And I remember she said to the class that she said, no one can say it like you,
Hmm.
and no one can do it like you. When she said that, she said, and what that means is that there's an audience who needs to hear what you have to say, not what the other 50,000 folks
Hmm.
have said, but what you have to say. And I began to think to myself, if one person felt that what I had to do was worth what I released, then that to me was enough. I wasn't looking for bestseller. I wasn't looking for number one. Matter of fact, lately, the ebooks I released, as long as I was in that top 100 best new releases or something like that, I didn't have to be in the number one spot. I
Hmm.
was satisfied with that. But to me,
Yeah.
it was the responses of the readers that mattered to me. And so again, no one can do it like you, but I had to believe that. No one else can make me believe or push me out there. I had to accept what I was given the charge to do and then move forward.
Yeah, such a great reminder for sure. Melissa, what about for yourself? What has helped you to remember those three words? Believe in yourself.
But for me, it was definitely a healing journey because I didn't know what that meant to believe in myself. I went through, and you know my story. I went to a lot of domestic violence. And a lot of that was in my head. So I was told what I was not for a very long time. So that's what I began to believe. So believing in myself was definitely a healing process and a journey as I went through it. That's why I'm so passionate about it. And you say it's your mantra. It's what gets me out of bed. It's what I want to pour into every single person I speak to. Because as I went through that journey and believing that I have everything I need, and that's where it started for me. I have everything I need within me when I started that. And
Mhm.
even when my focus gets onto someone else, we'll start looking at someone else. Oh, they're better than me. They're showing it better than me. And then we have to talk to ourselves. It's all in here. And that's how I deal with the journey. And that's how I came to believe in myself. And when I get up in the morning, believing in myself, then that means all those gifts God has placed in me can come out. They can't come out until it begins with the action I place in me. And that's believing in myself. And that's also why I take every opportunity I have to encourage others to begin there. Begin with believing in yourself, and then all those other dreams and hopes. You're going to reach the person that you're supposed to reach, and all those dreams and desires will come after you begin with believing in yourself.
Yeah, such an important message. I want to say for our audience joining us on the Amazon platform, you will notice as our co-hosts are talking that I'm toggling through their latest releases. You can be able to get those here on Amazon. Of course, they have other books there too. You also will notice, like now, I'm going to be highlighting my book here, where that is the lit by. So you'll see me kind of alternating between those. Feel free to be able to click the books you see either on the side or down below in the carousel to be able to get your copies. The majority of them are available in print as well as in Kindle. Now, all of that sounds great, right? On its face. We all know this, Melissa. But I say in the message, winning is life is not always about trying to come in first. The
Mhm.
mentality that all of us are talking about is not the mentality most people have. Most people believe unless you are number one, you don't it doesn't count, it doesn't matter, you don't exist. What has helped you to shape for yourself what success looks like for you?
You know what? This is a great question, because what did it for me is doing my best, is showing up on every platform, showing up every time I have to talk. And when I sit down and I thought, you know what? I gave it my all. And when I give it my all, then I know that I've reached someone, I've touched someone, and that's the guide for me. I don't looking at numbers, what looking at numbers do is upset you. Looking at numbers make you think you didn't do enough. Looking at numbers make you think that you're insignificant, because if I look at my numbers and then I look at your numbers, then I begin to compare the numbers. And what that does is comparison is the thief to your success. If you're going to compare yourself to someone else, you're going to always feel like you didn't do enough. So when I show up and I pour what I have and I give it my all, whether it's speaking, whether it's a design, whether it's a planning event, whatever it is, when I know I showed up and I gave it my all, that is what I consider success.
Love that. Dr. Velma, what about for you? Because the world will try to tell us what success looks like or what you should be or how you should be able to judge yourself. What has helped you to be able to decide for yourself what that success looks like?
Well, as Melissa was talking, that really stood out for me when she said, "Comparison is the thief to success." Wow, that needs to be a hashtag everywhere. I
Mm-hmm.
remember the other day watching this group of, looks like it appeared to be a daycare. Two women were walking these, look like 3 and 4 year olds down the street, just enjoying the day. And I had my dog, and they said, "Hey, doggy." And I just looked at how cheerful, how excited they were. And I was telling my husband, I said, what's sad is I would hate the world to snatch that away from them, what they're feeling in this moment, because they had the brightest attitude, no worries in the world, and just felt good about themselves. And it reminded me of that season in my life as a young girl and how the world began to chip away at what I thought I was, who I believed I was at the time. And so
Mm-hmm.
I think that it's important for us to hold on, because there are moments when things come upon us. People might cross our path who don't believe, might speak negatively about what we're doing or whatever we're saying or whatever our charge is. We still have to believe that what we are to say and what we have to do has to be that. And so I'm reminded of the fact, you, in believing yourself, you also have to love yourself. And so I talk about the love tears a lot with women. Loving the love tears requires that we love God, love yourself, then comes others. And so it's important for us to hold on to that and maintain it. And those children, Cyrus, really reminded me of the importance of believing consistently, constantly, no matter what your situation looks like, no matter what people are saying. You have to hold on to that and keep moving.
Yeah, such a great thing and such a great reminder for us. Again, I appreciate you guys coming in over there on Amazon. Appreciate the love. If you guys are new to us on the Amazon platform, make sure you guys hit that follow button. We have programming here 6 days a week, and we just announced on social media about a brand new show coming for guys called Something for Guys, something with the number four guys, that's debuting in May. We have that. We have the art spot that premieres April the 7th officially, even though we're rolling out some teaser shows for you guys here. We have shows like this every week here on Amazon, Words I Choose to Live By. We have another show that we have for authors called The Author's Den as well. Then we have my staple show, Cyrus Webb Presents, where you're able to see interviews. And then, of course, our weekly show At Home with Cyrus Webb. So we have programming that you guys can be able to enjoy here on Amazon. But we do simulcast it on social. But if you want to get the full experience, Amazon is the place to be. So make sure you guys do hit that follow button either here in this corner or down below. So that leads us into our next question then, Melissa. What advice would you give to our audience about the importance of today deciding to believe in themselves?
I would say to them what I say to myself. It's a decision. It's a decision that says I am worthy. It's a decision that says I have everything within me. Even during those times that you start to look at someone else, those times that someone says something that make you feel a little insecure, as Dr. Velma mentioned, whenever you face that decision in your head will change that channel, and you will begin to believe in yourself. So just start with making a decision. Get out of bed every morning and says, I'm showing up the best that I can be, no matter what it looks like, no matter how many no's. I am not taking no for an answer, and I'm going to be the best I can be, and I'm going to believe in myself, and nothing can change that. When you make that decision, then your life will fall in place, and then you will be able to believe it, even on those days that you're having a hard time believing it. If you speak it, it will sow into your spirit, and you will work your way through, because things will come. But it's changing that channel and focusing back on what's inside of you and believing it and making the decision that you're not giving up. You're going to keep going.
Such a great point. Love that. Dr. Velma, what about for you? What would you say to our audience about the importance of today making the decision to believe in themselves?
You have to start with you. You have to start. You can't, you know, begin your day believing in everybody else and everything else. But it has to begin with you. Believing who you are, believing what you've been called to do, believing that you can accomplish what you set out to do in the day, even if it may not be perfectly done, but you moved forward towards it anyway. So just believe that the goal is possible, believe that what you've been given to do is possible, and always remember those words my teacher told me: there's an audience. No one can say it like you. No one can do it like you. And so,
Mm,
therefore, forget the comparison, as Melissa said earlier, and refuse to accept anything except I can do it. I was looking at Cyrus's little sign on his desk. I can.
mm, mm. I tell you, so it's a great reminder for us all, for sure. Again, everyone, message number 12: believe in yourself. Make that your goal today, whether you're
Mhm.
joining us on Amazon Live, on the radio audience, tuning in at Max WYAD 94.1 FM, WYADonline.com. Make that your message for this week. And know that, as you heard our co host say, that no one is you, and that is your superpower. That is the
Mhm.
reminder for all of us. All of us were created with something special to offer, but it's up to you to be able to give that to us. Antoine, hello to you over there on IG. Also, GP88201, good to be able to see you over there on IG as well. If you guys came in late, don't worry, you can catch the replay of this. Dr. Velma, Melissa, great conversation today. Dr. Velma, let our audience know, how can they stay connected with you?
Thank you, Cyrus, for today. I appreciate being on the platform with both of you and Melissa. I am so excited about our Mondays. So you can reach me by going to drvelmabagby.com or find me on any of the social media platforms as Dr. Velma Bagby. And I look forward to hearing from you.
Love that. Thank you, Dr. Velma. Melissa, how can they stay connected with you?
Well, this was an amazing conversation. I just want to remind you to believe in yourself, that you have the power and everything is within you to go make your dreams happen. Just don't give up on you and don't take no for an answer. You can connect with us at themelissabanks.com. All of our links are right there, our social media links, our event planning platform, our motivational speaker, and also some of the stories that women share with us on our podcast. Everything's right there at themelissabanks.com.
Love that. Again, great message, everyone. Really enjoyed your insights and looking forward to next week. And for you, our audience, thank you so much for joining us for this week's episode of Words I Choose to Live By. Make sure you guys get your copy of the book. It's available in hardcover, paperback, and Kindle. So make sure you guys do pick that up. And I'm also excited to announce something again my co-hosts don't know. This summer, the book is releasing as an audiobook. And my very first
Yay.
audiobook read by yours truly. And I'm excited about this as we're going to a new chapter of our business and brand to offer audiobook services as well. So again, look for that coming in the summer. In the meantime, they'll get it in hardcover, paperback, or Kindle, as well as the books by our co-hosts. Until next time, you all make it a great one. We'll talk to you soon. Take care.